Divergent has a couple of twists when the plans of Erudite and Dauntless are revealed and 4, Theo James, is taken by the former, but even though he's manipulated to kill Triss, Shailene Woodley, he doesn't. In the 2010s, young adult novels, particularly dystopian ones, found success in being adapted to the big screen, and among them were Veronica Roth's Divergent books. Directed by Neil Berger and released in 2014, Divergent took viewers to a post-apocalyptic Chicago many years into the future, where a war led to society being divided into 5 factions to maintain peace and a fair societal system. Divergent follows Beatrice, Triss Pryor, born in the faction of Abnegation, who learns she's a Divergent as she fits in more than one faction. Triss chooses to move to Dauntless, where she meets 4, and they learn there's a sinister conspiracy to take control of the city and the rest of the factions. Near the end of Divergent, 4 is captured and manipulated into killing Triss, but as she knows him better than anyone, she goes deep into his mind to break him out of the trance he's put in. Triss used one of 4's fears to break him free at the end of Divergent. Triss knew 4 well enough to get to him. As part of their training when arriving at Dauntless, initiates go through psychological simulations in which they face their deepest fears. As a Divergent, Triss is able to creatively solve this test, but 4 warns her to hide these abilities and, instead, solve the test like a Dauntless would. 4 trains Triss by bringing her into his own fear landscape, thus showing her his worst fears. 4's fears are heights, closed spaces, killing innocent people, and his father, who was physically abusive to him. Training for the test is also a bonding experience for Triss and 4, who end up falling in love. When Erudite and Dauntless' plan to destroy Abnegation is set into motion, they use all Dauntless members to kill all people from Abnegation, controlling them through a serum. However, the serum doesn't work on Divergents. When their Divergent status is discovered, Triss and 4 are taken to Erudite's control center, where 4 is taken and injected with a serum that works on Divergents and instructed to kill Triss. Triss takes a gun and points it to her head, making it easy for 4 to kill her, but with this, Triss appeals to his fear of killing innocent people. 4 had explained to Triss that the only way he could solve the test of that specific fear was by looking away when pulling the trigger, and Triss forces 4 to look at her in order to bring him back and break him free from Erudite's mind control. While Triss and 4's emotional connection also plays a part in bringing him back, it's mostly Triss' quick and clever thinking and how well she knows 4. Was 4 Divergent in the movies? 4's Divergent status has caused confusion. 4's status as a Divergent has caused some confusion as there are some slight differences between the character in the books and his portrayal in the movies. Throughout the movie Divergent, there are hints of 4 being Divergent, such as the tattoo of all the faction symbols on his back and the fact that he knew how to train Triss to hide her Divergent nature in the psychological test. Triss confirms that 4 is Divergent when he holds her hand on the train as they all head to Abnegation to attack the faction, but it's revealed in the novel Allegiant that he isn't completely Divergent.